Live from the City of Angels. It's Sunday night. The Sunday Evening Spectacular is on the way. It's going to be a packed show. There's so much going on. You got Venice, you've got Telluride. We've got a live MMT evaluation of the Toxic Avenger, which is why you're hearing Shannon's Let the Music Play. It's in the background of one of the scenes of this film that is not great. So I figured I'd find something positive from Toxic Avenger, and you're listening to it live. But I do want a little bit of love here on this Sunday night. Thanks for being here live. Whether on YouTube, Midnight Movie Talk, or X. I want some love for that. Look at that thumbnail. I think I have made the best thumbnail in the history of this channel. I want some love. I want some likes. I want some super chats for the artistic expression that we are starting with here tonight on this Sunday. A nice dub version. No vocals from Shannon in this. We can just let it play underneath for a little bit. So there was this big article that broke this week on THR talking about Sydney Sweeney and how she's had a pretty bad summer. So we're calling it Sydney Sweeney's shitty summer tonight. And of course, cue the conservative outcry. What are you talking about? All she does is take W's. She has so many ad campaigns. I can't see anything but my side because I'm a tribal nerd and a bore. We're not tribal. Never going to be tribal. It's not how I operate. And yes, Sydney Sweeney had a really shitty summer. When you go by box office and you look at her two smaller films, admittedly, but either way, both of them were just like Titanic level disasters. Okay? Let's pull it up. First, the article, so you guys can see what got all of the conservatives rankled this week. Oh no. How dare you say that Sydney Sweeney had a horrible summer? Well, again, under the guise of successful movies, this is bad for her. She has a new film coming out here in Toronto very shortly. That film festival underway. We talk about Venice and Telluride tonight. We'll get to that after we talk about Miss Sweeney. But first, a lot of you are going to say, well, she's doing well. She's winning. Look at the ad campaign with American Eagle. She's got great jeans.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
Oh, and all the left-wingers got pissed. How dare you parade out a white woman and say she has great genes? What about everybody else who's not white? That crowd. The angry crowd. The rainbow-haired crowd. Just chill. It's an ad. And it's spelled jeans as in blue jeans. So stop acting weird. Speaking of weird, we have our first ever MMT Weirdo of the Week. And yes, it's a Film Twitter member. Get ready for that. That's a new segment tonight. But this triggered a bunch of people, right? Oh no, this is the worst thing ever. American Eagle had to respond to the controversy, right? Oh, well, we didn't mean it that way. It's always about the jeans, not about the jeans with a G. The jeans with a J. Okay. Well, at least they didn't withdraw the ad, right? Capitulate to all the whiners out there. That's the nice thing that I'm seeing in society now, is that when a company does something, there's not as much bowing the knee. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize if I offended you. How about this? You don't get offended. Why are you so offended on everything? So that was refreshing to see a company go, too bad, and look how much exposure they got from this ad. But that's financially very good for Miss Sweeney. But box office, guys, you ready for a couple of numbers that we rarely, if ever, see? Let's talk about Americana, a film that we broke down 2 or 3 Sundays ago. Not a good film, okay? But even worse is the PTA that it debuted with, that is per theater average. Each location, how much money did it make on the debut? $436? Holy shit. Dudes, one of the lowest numbers I've ever seen. I mean, this is like, again, mega wattage bomb action. Okay, but it wasn't just about that. It's also about Eden, another film she was in. Not really the star, it's an ensemble, doesn't matter. $1,577, better than $400, but still not good. Anything like sub 3,000 is nothing you want to be championing. Oh, look, I made under 3,000 or under 500. Now, it's not her fault. Look, Jude Law was in this, Anna de Armas, Vanessa Kirby, Daniel Bruhl. So it was, again, ensemble. But still, you're part of the stench. You're in on the action, which you don't want to be in on. So this article from THR is 100% fair when you talk about her success at the multiplex, which is non-existent this summer. So I don't know why everyone freaked out like, oh, look at THR writing a hit piece when it's not even true. Because that's what we get when we get all of those tribal anti-wokers. How many YouTube guys are out there that have already made 1 million stories about this right here? I can't believe THR. I just told you why it's valid. And guess what? We are the gold standard. I don't care if someone has 10 million subscribers, 10 billion views. Nobody is better at being objective in this space than MMT. It's not a contest. This is a very valid article. If you don't like it, that's your problem. That's the thing, right? I'm so tired of people like, well, I don't like the truth. Too bad. Truth's truth. You don't get to spin it your way because you think it's not fair when the facts point to it's very fair. And yes, Sydney Sweeney had a very shitty summer at the multiplex. Again, round of applause for the thumbnail tonight. I think they should hang this in a contemporary art museum of your choice. It's not free. We need to raise some substantial cash. So this is not a free thing. Thank you. I appreciate that, Johnny. This is a good one. I'm very, very proud of my artistic effort here tonight. But we go back to the article and we say, listen, totally fair. And that's the thing that I don't stand for, is where someone's like, I had some random anon, nobody, clueless person go, well, what are you talking about? Nobody knew what the box office was. Just because you don't know about it doesn't mean it's not true. $436. Don't come in and argue with me, man. I'm the gold standard. I'm the only person who said F1 would beat Superman at the box office. And it came true. Because we're the gold standard. I'm tired of telling you guys that. Stop making me prove it over and over. It's been proven. Let's check on Eden here this weekend, because I do have the com score. By the way, we don't play around. We have the actual reporting entity for the studios, and it's com score. Do you see com score there? Well, guess what? This is from today, and we're going to look for Eden. Americana's not even on here anymore. Okay, I'm already past the top 10. Print, Sign of the Times, the reissue's 14. Lilo and Stitch, 15. Honey Don't fell, what is it? 70%. We're still looking for it. Relay fell 82%. Where Eden? There it is. Eden. Let's go across. You guys ready? Eden from Vertical. We go second weekend. Oh, Lord. Holy shit. These numbers. Minus 86%. You guys see the number? Holy shit. That's one of the worst drops ever. Did this make news today? I was playing volleyball. I had other things going on. You know, I touch grass or sand in this case. I don't sit around all day looking at all of the numbers. I do it in the morning, and then I come back at night and go, holy shit, 86% down. So, yes, Miss Sweeney has been beaten to a pulp this summer. And speaking of which, I figured this line reminded me of Sydney Sweeney's Summer. You'll hear it in a second. I'm going to pull up a scene from one of my favorite comedies, and I'm sure one of yours, of the past, certainly 2000s, Tropic Thunder. Remember McConaughey giving his pep talk to his client, Ben Stiller. Have a listen.
You see that Access Hollywood piece?
Yeah, I did.
It was like pistol whipping a blind kid.
That's the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted.
Like pistol whipping a blind kid.
It's like pistol whipping a blind kid. That is what Sydney Sweeney's Summer was like at the multiplex. She was said blind kid, and the box office was the pistol whipping. This is now the number one moment ever achieved in the history of this channel, and I want some adulation. I want you guys to say, holy crap, this is artistically fire tonight. Not just the thumbnail, but weaving in Tropic Thunder, pistol whipping a blind boy. Thank you. MMT should get 1,000 new subs just for the thumbnail. I hope, Kuzma. But the thing is the Sydney Sweeney fans will say, this guy's not being fair with our Sydney Sweeney. We love her. How dare you say these things? And too bad, because what I just did is 100% objective, fair, and she had a wretched, shitty summer. Cue the thumbnail again. Any other comments before we move on? Gone Girl, hit me with as many as you want. I'll do this now, and then we're going to move on and watch trailers. We got MMT's evaluation of the Toxic Avenger and whatever else happens tonight. Denzel talking about not going to the movies. There's a bunch of stuff that's really good. James Gunn directing Superman. I have notes on that. Coach, I just don't see this shit turning around. People refuse to see anything that's not a spectacle. You know what? Let's talk about that. Because it's not just about Sweeney. Yes, it's fair to say what I've said, but it's not really her fault. I'll admit that. It's the fault of no windows and small films getting crushed by the lack of a window. If you do not know what I'm talking about, we talk about windows all the time. Theatrical window. Back in the day, before COVID, 90 days was the amount of time you had to wait when a movie dropped in the multiplex. You had to wait 90 days for you to get it at home. Once COVID hit, all those films were suddenly available digitally because all the theaters were shut down. We told, if you go, everybody you know will die. So everyone said, okay, we'll just stay home because I don't want everyone I know to die if I go to a movie. And as such, the studios said, hey, we're making a lot of money doing this. Because remember, theatrical means a split between the studio and the exhibitor, AMC, Regal, Cinemark, whatever you go to see. So you don't get all the cash for the studio. If you're digital, it's all coming home to me, baby. So they want digital. The movie theaters, of course, don't, but we still have a CEO at AMC and Adam Aaron who has refused to go and draw a hard line and say, we are going to have windows again. So that's what's killed these films. These smaller films will never ever regenerate anywhere near what they used to do if they don't have a window. I'm not telling you that if you slap a 60-day window on Eden, that all of a sudden it would be doing $10 million a weekend. No, that's not the point. The point is you've got to reteach the audience that they can't just get it at home. You guys understand that, right? It's the mindset of, if I just sit it out, it'll be home soon. And a movie like Eden doesn't scream, I've got to see that at the multiplex. And that's the other issue. These smaller films are viewed now as, I can just watch this at home on my home theater, and I'm not going to be able to really argue that. Because a lot of these smaller films that I see, even films I really like a Lurker that we talked about on Thursday. Go back and watch that evaluation Thursday night. That is one of the best films of the year. But do you need to see that in a theater? I'm going to have to say no, really. I can't say you have to. I would recommend it, but again, unless it's viewed like an F1, like a Superman, like a big tent pole, right? The 4-quad tent pole, young, old, male, female. That means everybody wants to see a movie. It's a big screen extravaganza. Then you're going to get people coming to the movies. But until you get that, you're not going to be able to, with these smaller films, and you don't have them protected, people will just go, I'll watch it when it comes on Netflix, when it comes on Amazon Prime. That is the issue. And there's no correcting it. And Coach, I would agree with you. I don't think it's ever coming back. And I've talked about this before. It's not coming back, and that's sad. But it's true. I don't deal in making everybody feel better. That's not what I ever try to do here. I try to speak truth and be authentic. And if you can't tell that by now, if you're new, watching the channel for the first time, I don't know what to tell you. I can't do it any differently than what I'm doing right now. Okay? Let's watch a trailer. I need just a second to take a break. Let me rest my voice. And we'll watch Hamnet. This is a film that just debuted at Telluride to rave reviews. And this is Chloe Zhao. She is back after the Eternals, which was not the right fit, right? Chloe and Marvel just did not work out. She said, in fact, recently this week it came out, she had a quote saying, our budget was too big. And that's not good. You can do whatever you want. And she's used to not working like that with a Nomadland, with a writer, with Hamnet. You know, much more intimate, tighter budget, and this is what she does well. So I imagine this is very good. And this is Jesse Buckley hearing a lot of great things. Let's watch the trailer for Hamnet here on MMT. Thanks for being here on this Sunday night.
Tell me a story.
What story would you...
You already see the artistic vision of Chloe Zhao, right? You just see it right here in the first 2-3 shots.
like?
Something that moves you.
Is it true you know everything about a person by touching them here?
Not everything.
And if you've never seen The Rider, I highly recommend The Rider. There's street casting in that, right? I believe the dude who plays the bull rider is a real bull rider. And she uses him. It almost feels like a documentary. Love that film. Wow. Just, that's one of our favorite films of the past 10 years when you talk about an underrated film that no one talks about, The Rider. Of course, you all know about Nomadland. Go watch The Rider when this stream's over. That's a pretty powerful, right? That's a pretty good 1-2 punch on executive producers Spielberg and Mendes.
I saw a landscape.
Saw a landscape?
Spaces. Caves. Tunnels and oceans. Undiscovered countries.
Will you be brave?
Yes.
Will you be brave?
Deep, dark, black void.
I'm going to pause it here and go back to what we just talked about. You talk about a film like a Hamnet I'm looking at right now. When you look at a small film like this years ago, let's call it even 2015, 16, 17, 18, even 19, right? This kind of film would do really well in a specialty marketplace, a platform release, and then slowly go out, and then it would do pretty well, even in smaller markets, because it was a different time. And now it just has shifted, and it makes me sad because these are the films I really love to watch. I mean, A Lurker's a very small film. This is a small film. I love small, intimate, grounded films. You guys know that. I mean, I'll watch all of the tentpoles, but ultimately, give me a choice. I'm going to choose a movie like Lurker or a Chloe Zhao film way before I choose Superman or Fantastic Four. And we get Paul Mescal shirtless, so that's good. Oh, I went too far ahead. Hold on, here we go.
What do you see?
You will live.
Yep, I'm in. I mean, Jessie Buckley is so strong, right? As an actress, you go back to Wild Rose, and that is a film from 2019 that I thought could have gotten her a Best Actress nomination. Unfortunately, small film, Neon, and it just didn't do the numbers, came out a little bit too early in the year. Huge fan of Wild Rose. Neon in 2019 had one of the best years ever for any studio / distributor. You go back, you look at a Loose, you look at a Wild Rose, you look at Apollo 11. What else was that year? Monos was a cool little foreign film they had. And of course, they had Parasite, right? And there's more. Okay. These are all very, very good films. And, you know, nothing is really stronger, I think, by any studio. If you were to take Neon's 2019 slate, you could do damage across the board for any year from any studio. That's how strong that was for Neon. Holy shit, Hamnet looks pure Shakespearean in its production, costume design, and thematic presentation. I got to watch this. Luis, I'm with you. We'll be there. I mean, this is the kind of film that I'm excited to see. Just debuted to raves over at Telluride, which is where Menzel is. He saw it, said it is as advertised, and Buckley is lights out. So here we go. It's about time we get into some good films. We're now just about into September, tomorrow, and then it's going to be, as we run through the next 3 months, you're going to start getting these films, okay? We'll watch some other trailers in a little bit. Just want to get to this one here because I had not seen anything other than knowing it was Chloe, Buckley, Mescal coming off of After Sun. I mean, really coming off of Gladiator. Let's forget about Gladiator. Let's forget about a lot of these things. I mean, all of them Strangers. Really strong film from last year. Deserved a lot more love than it got when it came to awards and certainly Oscars. It was completely shafted by Searchlight, who spent all their time 2 years ago right now with Poor Things. They said, all of them Strangers we don't care about. I mean, it's got some flaws, but very haunting and almost spiritual film, right? Any film that drills down on humanity and almost has that spiritual light to it, you know I'm going to like that, okay? That's why I go against and really have a problem with a film like a Terrifier 3, 2, or 1, because it's so dark and nasty. It takes glee in being destructive. I understand that's the film that it is, but it's just, I would argue, vile. You know, I mean, I don't think I want to see Terrifier 4. After 3, and we're getting rats fed down the throat. This is not entertainment, you know, and I really question people spiritually. And I'm not the Bible thumping guy. You guys know that. But I definitely believe in a higher power. I definitely believe in a creator. And I believe in generally doing good, okay? And anything in a film that has a light spiritual feel. And I don't mean light like light or heavy. I mean light like natural light. Goodness, okay? It emits from the film. Then that is going to attach to me better. I'm going to latch onto that. Okay, and you'll see that. Look at a lot of the reviews. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, horror's different, right? When I talk about a Terrifier 3, I get it. It's supposed to be a horror film. But even in horror, you don't really want to cross lines. And I think that Damien, without question, crosses lines. I will tell you this. I would never make one of the Terrifier movies. I would never make it. I don't care if it made me $10 million per film. I don't care if it gave me $100 million in the bank. I wouldn't make a Terrifier movie. Does that make sense to you guys? Because that's what I believe. I don't believe you put that in the world. I can't argue with its success financially, but I definitely can argue with its darkness and its, dare I say, grossness. It just makes you feel icky, as it were. Yeah, well, that's what's supposed to do. Well, I don't want to watch it. Everyone's got their own thing. I don't really care if I ever see another one. All right, guys, get ready. It's time for the MMT evaluation of the Toxic Avenger. I'm going to make this very short. This is not going to be long. So if you are like, I don't care about Toxic, I don't blame you for not caring about Toxic Avenger. I wanted to walk out of this film. I was very close to walking out of this film, but I stayed so I could give you the real, true MMT evaluation tonight. Very quick look at the trailer. This is obviously a remake / reboot of the Trauma version from the 80s. And we have Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger. Here's a taste of tonight's MMT evaluation.
The Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
These days, it's just me and the kid.
Looks great.
I'll just scrape off the black part. That part's pretty good.
You're saying that this corporation would knowingly poison its own customers just to boost their own profit margins?
I'm a monster.
What the?
Sometimes you gotta do something.
How does it feel to be
Hold on. What is Starburst Magazine? Do you guys see this? Hold on. Where'd it go? Where'd the quote go? Starburst Magazine. There it is. The hell is that?
How does it feel to be a hero?
Do you realize what's at stake here?
Everything! There you are.
Whoa. What is L.A. Dibble? I have no idea what. There we go. The uncut version. It was unrated. I think that was the selling point, as you can see, with all the censored shit up there. Listen, it starts with a fun, satirical edge, as you guys can see from the trailer. It's about the evil corporation and Dinklage, the Toxic Avenger, who works there as the janitor. And then, of course, he turns into the Toxic Avenger because of what they produce. And then he goes on a rampage to take out all the bad guys. Just like the original Trauma version that I saw way back in the 80s. Don't ask me to recall it. I don't remember much. I just remember Trauma made a bunch of schlocky shit in the 80s. And for whatever reason, I don't know why. I need this explained to me. Why did Legendary, the production company behind a ton of stuff, especially with Warner Brothers, I mean, you look at Dune. That's a Legendary production. What were they thinking making this shit? It sat on a shelf for 2 years because they wanted to release the uncut version. And those are going to be, anything uncut other than Terrifier is going to be hampered by that unrated. And this film sat around and they said, fine, we're just going to release it uncut and see what happens. It did not do well this weekend. Really bad. Less than 2,000 per screen. I like Peter Dinklage here too, because it's against type, right? It's different than the Trauma version. You've got Dinklage, who is this little guy. Obviously, we know this. Okay? I don't even know what the correct verbiage is. Don't tell me what the verbiage is. Is it little person? I know it's not dwarf or midget. I know. I'm just saying. I'm not up with what it is. But Dinklage is a hell of an actor no matter what. I mean, I don't care what you say, whether he's short, tall, in between. I love Dinklage. Let's play a quick game, by the way, until we're going to wrap this up. Everyone, it's trivia time. How old do you think Peter Dinklage is? I had to go look. I took a guess. I was close. How old do you think Peter Dinklage is? Come in with your answers. I'll continue with its evaluation. There we go. Quickly outwears its welcome. Listen, you got 30 minutes of this, which you see the trailer, and it's fun, and I'm into it. And before he turns into the Avenger, I think it's more interesting. Once he turns into the Toxic Avenger, I'm like, eh. And then it just keeps going for another hour and 10 minutes of CGI blood and guts. Right? One of the things about Terrifier that I will give it in any film that uses practical effects. It works better. It just looks cooler. It's definitely throwback to the 80s. When you've got the Toxic Avenger with this radioactive mop and he's swiping the head off of some dude, like cutting the skull in half, and it's all computerized, it just doesn't register the same, and it also just gets old really fast. I mean, that's the selling point. You're just going to show me a bunch of blood and guts and people explode. I've seen that in Ready or Not. Seen that in, again, Terrifier. I've seen it in any number of horror films. Not enough. MMT score 30%. Only because I liked about the first 30 minutes. But still an F. Do not see this film. Not a good film. How old do you guys think he is? Don't look. If you're Googling, if you're a Googler, you're cheating. It's like being at a bar, right, where they do the trivia. You can't pull your phone out. You have to guess how old he is. I was within 3 years. 52, it's exactly what I said, Kevin. He is not 52. Who has another? No, he is definitely older than 47. 52 is closer. 49 older. Listen, I was close. I said 52. So higher. Not 53, 54, 55. Do I hear 56, ladies and gentlemen? 56 years old. He looks great for being a small person. Whatever it is. Don't come after me. Thank you, Sofie. Don't come after me for not knowing what I'm supposed to call him. That's not my fault. Why do you guys have to? That's what will happen, right? Oh, I want to do the new thing right now. Oh, 100%. Oh, Kevin, 100%. 120, even then I don't love it. But still, it's 140. And that extra 20 minutes, like, oh, man. I got up and walked out. So here's the story. So I'm at the movie last night. I'm in the back, and I'm really bored. Like 45 minutes in, I'm like, do I want to finish? I go, let me see what else is playing. So I go to the AMC 8, which is in the mall, and there's 8 screens there. And once you're past the, front rope, you can go wherever you want. So I started looking in theaters and saying, what's in here? Do I want to watch this? And there was some small music box, which is a really small distributor, some film that looked really like television-y. So I go, no, I'm not watching that. Then I went into somewhere else with Superman. And finally I just said, there's nothing. I've seen everything. None of this is any good. I'm going to go back in and watch the end of Toxic Avenger. So I've missed 5-ish minutes of the movie. That doesn't mean the whole thing is invalidated, does it? I was there. I just was going to look for something better than Toxic Avenger. If Lurker was at the 8, I would have watched Lurker again. Guys, Lurker. You got to watch it. And speaking of Lurkers, are you guys ready? This is a new one. This is MMT's Weirdo of the Week. No, it's not me. I know you think that I'm going to get that. Oh, no, it's not. We're going to check out our boy, Jeff Conway. You guys ready? Not Tim Conway. I don't know if it's his kid. I have no idea. Let's have a look here. This is Jeff Conway on Twitter. He is apparently, I called him a critic. Apparently he didn't like that. He wants to be called a journalist. So let me read the tweet, and then we'll talk about why he's our Weirdo of the Week. So Jeff Conway does a bunch of interviews with celebrities. In fact, this one here says, Benedict Cumberbatch to me, you're my favorite interviewer. Enjoy my new interview here with Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch about their long friendship and evolving careers. Let's just have a listen, and we can see Jeff, and then we can talk a little bit more. Watch a little bit of this.
Thank you. And you are my favorite interviewer, and you can remember that next time you interview me.
Hello, Olivia. Hello.
But they're actors, bro. One more time, listen to come back. He's like, that's right. You said I said it, and I just said it because I'm an actor, and I'm supposed to push the movie.
Thank you. And you are my favorite interviewer.
See? And if it was me on the thing, they'd be like, Erick, you are our favorite interviewer. He says that to everybody. I think Jeff's the kind of guy who, you know what I'm talking about, right? Believes everything. You were the best. Really?
You can remember that next time you interview me.
Hello, Olivia. Hello, Benedict. How are you?
There's Jeff right there. He's our Weirdo of the Week. Let's listen to what he has to say.
How are you, Jeff?
If you don't like this, too bad. This is our segment, and we're going to watch. And if you're not excited by this interview, not my fault. It's Jeff's fault.
You spoke for Wicked Little Letters last year, Olivia. You called me your favorite. You said
Oh my God, he's leading with that. Remember when we interviewed you last? She has no fucking clue who this guy is. None. I mean, zero clue who Jeff Conway is. Because here's the deal. So look, it's virtual. He's not even in the room. They are looking at a camera, okay? Like I am right now. I'm looking at a camera. That's it. You know what they're doing? There is someone with a cue card that is right above the camera with the name of the person. That's exactly what's happening. That's why they go, hey, Jeff. I walked in, and I was the next guy up. Hey, Eric. Awesome to see you, buddy. That's what they're doing.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
my favorite.
Oh my God, he's going back to the old. Look. They say that to everybody. This is from last year's Wicked Little Letters from March 2024. One more time, Olivia. Listen.
Favorite. Love you.
I love you. You're my favorite. How many times do you think they say that in one outing for these things?
Forgotten about this. It's great to see.
Well, don't f it up now.
Yeah.
Olivia's like, yeah, Jeff, you're kind of creepy, meow, bro.
He never says that to anyone else. So you had genuine love there. Yeah.
Hey, I'm grateful.
You already finished that? He was like, yeah.
Benedict, it's a pleasure to meet you. But I got to tell you both, they're so good as Theo and Ivy in The Roses. I love this film so much.
Of course you did. Or are you going to get on the stream and say it's awful?
As your careers go on, are you noticing that your interest in the stories that you want to tell evolving within your career? Have you noticed that you maybe shifted at all?
Wow, that's a good question, Jeff.
I'm a little more interested in something where I don't have to be away from home.
I like the honesty by her. So this goes on for 3 minutes. I'm not watching the whole thing, but I just want you, okay, just quickly, I need you guys to help me. I'm not going to say it. You guys are going to do it. I'm not doing this. This is all on you. Hold on. Let me get back to his webpage / X page. Okay, hold on. I'm going to read the bio, and you guys are going to tell me if it's true. Okay? There's Jeff with Glenn Powell. By the way, I sat at the same table with Glenn Powell when we were at the Critics' Choice, so I'm pretty sure Glenn Powell and I are boys. Like, we don't hang out or talk, but I'm pretty sure we're best buddies. So, look, but what I like about this picture the most is this random guy in the background. You guys see this guy? There's the lurker. Which one's the lurker, Jeff or this guy? This guy's lurking on the lurker. All right, by the way, what do we think about that sweater? Do we like the sweater that Jeff has on? Not a fan. If we're going to do, like, what's the show where they tell you how to dress? Whatever. I am saying no. Do not come out in this. Now, hold on. I'm going to read this, and you guys tell me if this is true. He's an Emmy-nominated TV host. Okay, fine, whatever. Forbes senior contributor. Fitness lover. I'm not so sure we can prove that. Devoted uncle. I've been kissed by Halle Berry, and Ryan Gosling called me his doppelganger. Hold on. Is this his doppelganger? If you were out and about and you saw Jeff, would you say, holy shit, I think that's Ryan Gosling? Be honest with me. If you think yes, then you can say it. But if not, please tell me, because I don't think I know that. Kuzma, I'm plenty aware that I'll never. You know what? Hold on. Hold this thought. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to prove how I'm cooler than him in 1 second. I got to go get something. I'm going to play a quick trailer that you haven't seen. I don't know if I have. We'll quickly do that. I have to run, and I'd keep the show going, so I don't want to have an empty chair. Let me go and hold on. Let me go to the trailers, and then we'll come back. We'll come back to him, and I'll show you why I'm cooler than him. Hold on, guys. This is what happens when it's live, and I was just, hey, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's go to Rotten Tomatoes. What do you guys want to watch while I run off? For a minute. Oh, Kevin, I didn't say it. Okay, let's watch, what's a cool trailer we can watch real quick, and I'll come back. Someone give me a cool trailer to watch. Oh, I know we can watch. Here we go. Joker teaser. One of the best teaser trailers ever. Okay, I've seen it a million times. We're going to watch the Joker trailer. Hold on. I'm going to run off, and you guys, I'll be right back in just a minute. Here comes the Joker teaser trailer. I'll be back. You're not even going to watch the whole thing. I'm just keeping you busy while I run off. You guys ready? I'm going to... Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Does it help to have someone to talk to?
Okay, I'm running off. I'll be right back.
My mother always tells me to smile and put on a happy face. She told me I had a purpose to bring laughter and joy to the world. Hey, stop them! Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
I'm back. Let's keep it going, though. It's so good. I want to watch it. Here we go.
Smile, even though it's breaking.
One of the best trailers ever in the history of trailers you're watching right now.
In the sky, you'll get by.
What?
If you smile. To your fear and sorrow, smile. And maybe tomorrow you'll find that life is still worth.
Okay, anyone who says Joker's not a great film, DQ'd, you're out. Not happening. This is one of the best teaser trailers ever. I would argue Joker's one of the best films of the 2020s without question. 2019, let's throw it in 2020s. Because of it is edgy. In what Warner Brothers allowed him to do with that film is crazy. I mean, the violence that it escalates to is way beyond anything that I ever expected to see. I don't care about it's like the King of Comedy meets Taxi Driver. Don't say it. I've said it a million times. I think I've said that more than anything on this channel. King of Comedy. I got it. I don't care. A lot of movies. Hell, everything's derivative. Give me a break. Okay? This is why. Let's go back and I'm ready. So, do we think he looks like Ryan Gosling or not? I'm just curious. I think someone said no. Gone Girl, did someone say no? I think they did. So, here's why I'm cooler than Jeff. I didn't want to have to. Kevin, I'm not saying these things. Kevin's saying this. I don't even think Jeff knows the meaning of doppelganger. You guys are better. I just let you guys host. Okay, this is why I'm cooler than Jeff. You guys ready? This is Jeff. Okay, get ready. What's it say right here? Emmy-nominated TV host. Are you guys ready? I have not done this. This is the first time I've ever done this. Jeff, say hello to an actual Emmy, baby. Hell yeah. Guess who has an Emmy? Me. Not you, Jeff. This is my Emmy, baby, and it's real. So I think I should add to my X bio, Emmy-winning film god. Even if this Emmy is for hosting a show. It doesn't matter. That's an Emmy, and I now use it as a paperweight. It'll sit right here. I don't know why it hasn't been on here. I'm going to add it to the desk. It's going to have to be right up there. Just for the rest of the show, that's going to be right there. I did not steal it. My name's on here. It's engraved. Can you guys? It's engraved. I don't know if you guys see. It's engraved. I told you I used to do TV news. No, but I should. I really should take the Emmy out and say, look at my, I want to put it right here. Just for the rest of the show, the Emmy, make it bigger. This is not, there it is. It's kind of blocking comments. That is the spot for the Emmy. So for the rest of tonight's show, that will be in place so that Jeff has to live with the fact that he doesn't have one and I do. This is the most attention Jeff's ever got in his life, other than from these guys. So we say he doesn't look like Ryan Gosling. All right, I let you guys make the choice. It's your call, and you're telling me no. Okay, let's do this. I've done a lot of bullshit tonight. What other bullshit can I pull up? We'll talk about Venice and also Telluride in a minute. But I do want to do this. MMT's movie musings. It's a new segment. Well, actually, it's just me like randomly watching things. Bring that comment back up, Gone Girl. I'm sorry, I missed it. Let's do this. This is a good one. This is Denzel talking about being a star and having talent versus like being some kind of like social media person now. Denzel's awesome, right? Denzel's a fucking stud. He's just a badass. I love his aura. You talk about aura maxing. This man was born with aura maxing. His son, not as much, but he has it. What do you say about social media pretenders?
I didn't grow up like your generation is growing up, where a zillion people are watching you all the time and you're looking to be followed all the time. And well, first of all, I'm not looking to be followed, so you're not talking to me, Denzel. Clearly, this channel has done the opposite of that. We tried to lose subscribers with every possible stream that I do. You actually had to be good at what you did. Yeah, and when I was young. I'm not talking about you specifically, but...
Wow. Did you hear Spike? He's like, Listen,
Yeah, and when I was young, I'm not talking about you specifically, but you don't have to be good now. You just have to be eccentric. You just have to do something stupid. You just
That sounds. I feel like he's talking about me. This is really something I didn't expect to experience. I wish I didn't show this clip.
have to get people to follow you, you know. And the thing about following is you got to have something when they get there.
Oh wow! This is no. We have something. We're the gold standard. We're the gold standard. Denzel knows that. If Denzel was on a thing right now, if Denzel was doing an interview, he'd be like, he didn't need a cue card. He'd be like, I know who that is. That's the ace. That's Weber. I watch MMT he never watch, but in my fantasy world, he does.
And in my day, you had to have something before they got there. So you actually had to be good.
I like he's so just like keeps drilling it, and Spike's like looking down.
Not followed.
I mean, I like it. You know, listen, he's always outspoken. He has a great speech that we'll watch from one of these. Not tonight. I've already got enough shit tonight. We'll watch. He has the commencement speech for some university, and it's amazing. Him talking about life, going for it, and all that. It's great. We'll watch that another night. How does such a charismatic actor produce a wooden... I mean, technically, his son is Pinocchio. I mean, going by what you're saying here, friendly pup. I mean, listen, we talk about this. I remember what was my big criticism of Tenet going back to when I had to drive to Vegas to watch it, that John David Washington just doesn't really have it. He never has. The one time he was pretty good was Black Klansman. You know, I also like that Malcolm and Marie or whatever it was called, just because I like the idea. Remember, in that film, if you haven't seen that, with Zendaya, it was like a COVID shoot. They're in their house up in the hills, and they're hammering film critics. Oh, God, I love it. I could watch that all day and read it. It's so good. So Sam Levinson wrote that, and that's really dead on. But, yeah, his kid's just kind of boring. Black Klansman, win. Malcolm Marie, film like whatever, fine, but not Tenet. Like, Tenet should have been switched. It should have been Robert Pattinson as the lead, and then Washington as the sidekick. But it's fine. Tenet is such an experience from a theatrical standpoint, right? From a cinematic standpoint. You got that score, that Ludwig score. You've got, obviously, Nolan's direction. You've got a script. You're like, what the hell is happening? I don't understand any of this shit. That all somehow magically works. I've seen that film multiple times in IMAX and in regular. It was the first film that I went down to Orange County to see when theaters were allowed to reopen there, but not in L.A. I drove down to there, and I was the only person in the theater. How weird is that? You're the only person in the theater? That's what it was like. Remember post-COVID? Well, if you go to a movie, you could die. And people really believe that shit. And let's hope we never have to go through that again. And let's hope if it does, you guys don't all go, okay, I'll listen to you. Say, no. Next time, no. It's our job is to assume some risk in life, right? I mean, let's just face facts. It is. And if you go through life saying to yourself, well, I don't know if it's going to be safe, you're never going to do anything. You're never going to do anything. Let's talk about Star Wars. Listen, you know, one more time, bring that comment in. I'm sorry, I missed it. Star Wars, we're going to the actual Star Wars website because this broke this week. Star Wars with Jeff Conway. Oh my God. Star Wars with Jeff Conway. There he is. Jeff's right there with the director of this Star Wars movie. Dude, Jeff really gets around, right? Jeff is doing interviews with Cumberbatch and with Coleman, and then moments later he's on the set of Star Wars wearing a cloak and he's like Mr. Badass. It's amazing. You know, the guy really is getting around. If you're just tuning in, you're like, what is he talking? Anyone who's watching is like, that was fantastic. And that's, by the way, none of this shit's scripted. I honestly, God, I could probably do the stream again. I talk about this all the time. If I hit stop and start it again, it would be similar, but it'd be different. Because I don't really even have bullet points. I sort of just grab shit and say, let's just start talking about this. And we've been going, 45 minutes already. I'll go an hour, and then I'm tired. I played too much volleyball today. I was playing good today. Guys, I'll bring a camera, and you can watch me play. And you'll be like, I'll just record it and upload it, and you guys can go, he's not that bad. That's what you'll say. You'll say, he's actually pretty good. He talks a lot of shit, but he's not bad. Lucasfilm announces casting for Star Wars Starfighter, and you guys know that Gosling's in this, not Jeff Conway. I know it's hard to tell the difference. But, this is getting back to Jeff. Jeff's coming after me. But remember this, Jeff. Only one of us has an Emmy. Remember that, Jeff. Only one of us has an Emmy, and it's not you. It's me. I've got the Emmy. I've got the Emmy. So, in your face, Conway. Kevin, stop. I didn't say this. Jeff, this is not me. These are the people that are watching. I don't vouch for any of these people. But you can see, let's see who else was added to the cast. We've got Gosling, obviously, Flynn Gray, Matt Smith. Matt Smith's in everything. He was just in the incredibly dull and another bad film, Caught Stealing. Mia Goth, love her, even though apparently she's not very nice. Aaron Pierre. Do I know where that is? I'm sure I do. Simon Bird, Jameel Weston, Daniel Ings, and Amy Adams. Oh, hello, Amy Adams. Arrival. Ugh. Talk about a great Denis movie. Well, we don't talk about Arrival enough. And the ending. I love it. Starfighter is an all-new standalone adventure. The film, which has begun production, is an original story set in a period of time never explored in Star Wars. Starfighter will be released theatrically in 2027. So we have about, let's call it a year and a half for this. And Levy's directing it because obviously coming off of Deadpool and Wolverine, the studios love someone like Sean Levy because I think Sean Levy feels like the kind of guy who will do what the studios say, right? He already worked with Disney in Deadpool Wolverine. Even though I have a feeling that it was more Ryan Reynolds calling the shots there, he probably got away with more Levy. But because he's worked with Disney and he knows what to expect, he says, fine, I'll do a Star Wars film. And why not? I think Levy's a pretty solid director. I do. For the films that he makes, right? He makes an accessible, commercial, tentpole kind of film. He knows how to do that. He's done that a lot. You go back to the Fall Guy. Not Fall Guy. He didn't make that. What was the one, the good guy? What was the guy, the one with Ryan Gosling in the video game? That was fun. That was good, right? He directed that. So Levy's like boys with Ryan Reynolds and now apparently Ryan Gosling, both Ryans. Or Jeff Conway. I don't know. I can't tell. It's hard to say. But there's that. I know, that's all we're doing. You see me doing a whole stream about this? No, that's it. We're done. No more Star Wars. Moving on. Any comments, hit me. Let's see. I've got a couple more things here. We'll watch one more trailer in a minute. Let's see if I get to. I want to make sure. Oh, let's do this. I didn't really get to the films overseas. Just let's do a couple things. Listen, I'm going to give a little credit here. I do talk about World of Real a lot, and I'm going to give Jordan credit. I think Jordan runs a very good movie website. It's smart. He is at these festivals. I give the kid credit. You know, he's based in my former home base of Boston, where I won the Emmy. You see it? There it is. It's right there. Isn't that cool? But here, a couple things I want to get to. We'll just go through this quickly because there's a bunch of stuff in here. First, One Battle After Another screens next Friday for New York City Press. I get to see it, as of now, I get to see it the following week. I will have an early reaction for PTA's One Battle After Another. I know I'm shocked too. I don't know. They must think it's good. They would never invite me if they didn't think it was good. Okay? So, One Battle After Another, not debuting at any of the festivals. Warner Brothers is going to do a huge 2-night event at Warner Brothers down the street where all the stars are there and you get to meet them and hang out and have drinks. I don't really care about that. You know, listen, I'm going to go see the movie and I'll probably walk out. I don't think I'll even go to the after party. I don't do that anymore. It's not exciting to me. And I don't even drink that much, right? I mean, I drink, obviously, my Walmart seltzer, but I don't think they have that. I don't think they'll have it next week. So that's one thing. Let's go back and look at some other things here because it has a bunch of stuff in here. And again, I'm giving credit. Look, you can see it. I recommend the site, worldofreal.com. I'm not some kind of weasel going, well, it's all my stuff. No, I'm using his stuff. I'm just going to riff off whatever he has. Okay? Let me get to what I wanted to. A bunch of films here debuting at Venice and at Telluride, which is where Menzel is. We'll have Menzel next Sunday. Next Sunday, Menzel should be back or live from Toronto, and we'll get his reaction on a lot of these things. He's going to see like most of this shit. And then remember, though, listen, I'm going to call Menzel out here right now. Remember, he said The Whale was great, and we were like, what? And I saw it and I go, holy shit. I went to see it with him, and I go, dude, it's terrible. And he was like, I think he was shocked. He couldn't believe that I said what I said. It's fucking awful. Okay, no, I don't want that. Oh, Frankenstein apparently is a monstrous letdown, all style, no soul. That's from Jordan. I think Jordan's okay. As a critic, I think he's pretty good. He's not me, but he's okay. Hamnet earns raise. We talked about that already. Caught stealing, whatever. Springsteen, Delivery But Nowhere, only 69 on Metacritic. Apparently, it's very introspective and low-key. I mean, you should expect that from the director. You look at what he's done. I mean, you look at Out of the Furnace, which is a cool film. I think it's got too much going on in the screenplay. But you look at Antlers as a real letdown. But Scott Cooper, Hostiles, he knows how to, he's a good director. And he makes smaller, intimate films. Even in Antlers was that. So it makes sense that Delivery from Nowhere is not this big, showy, like we got with the Dylan doc and we got from Mangold. Mangold's a much bigger, showier director. You look at, and also didn't Scott Cooper do the one of the first ones was the one with what's his name is the country singer in the bar and all that. Yeah, going way back. And he's been around, but he doesn't make big films. Mortal Kombat was delayed. See, this is perfect. I should just literally just go through this and just say, here's what's happening. This is what I want to talk about right here. Park Chan-wook is back. Yeah, there it is, Jason. Yeah, I got to it. Here's the thing. How often do I say Decision to Leave is one of the best films of the 2020s? All the time. Every time. Decision to Leave at every single level. Direction, screenplay, performances, score, cinematography, editing. Everything. That film is peak cinema across the board. So, if you're going to tell me that Park's newest, latest film that's going to be with Neon isn't dazzling, no surprise. He says it's kind of messy. I don't care because, again, you're getting... Dudes, you need to watch Decision to Leave. If you've never seen that, it's Mubi from 2022, which was one of the best years of the past 10 years. Easy. You talk about a Tar, an After Sun, Decision to Leave, the Bowie doc, Moon Age Daydream. Those four always come to mind. What a year. 2022 was lights out. Now, go and look at Decision to Leave. Not a surprise that we're talking about a film that should be stacked in a bunch of categories. Likely a Best Picture because... Neon is running the show. Decision to Leave was hurt by Mubi. Mubi has come on. Mubi has Lurker, a film that I keep telling you guys to go out and support. I really like Lurker. Our review for that's on Thursday's stream. I didn't even cut it. I'll try to. But it's in the stream. Just go look. You can find it. Lurker's one of the best films of the year. But Mubi's come a long way. Substance helped, okay? Mubi is closing on A24 and Neon quickly. So now that Mubi is a thing, much more than it was in 2022, Decision to Leave would have been easily one of the 5 international features. The fact that it wasn't is criminal and absurd and one of the most ridiculous acts ever from the Academy. It is one of the best films of the year, let alone not one of the best 5 internationals. Give me a break. So I'm excited. Of course I am. Yeah, oh boy. Dude, talk about a fucked up movie. If you haven't seen Old Boy, woo! Get ready for that. But you're talking about one of the best directors that doesn't get the love that a lot of others do, like a Bong. I mean, at this point after Mickey 17, Park is way ahead of Bong. Mickey 17 set Bong back like, okay, if he was like at a 10, Mickey 17 set him back to a 6. That's how far he falls after making a piece of shit like Mickey 17. Unwatchable film. I mean, that's the kind of thing that destroys a career. That'd be like me, and listen, this is my stream, I do whatever. If I came on the stream and just started talking gibberish for an hour and didn't, listen, it's kind of like that, but I'm talking didn't make any sense and is annoying, all that, you'd be like, I'm never watching that again. That's how I feel, and that's how you should feel if you've ever seen Mickey 17. There's no other way to feel. Awful fucking film. Awful. And when you do that, you lose any kind of goodwill. Would you be surprised if one battle ends up dividing critics? The problem is going to be this, Luis, as I see it here in roughly a week, allegedly. Maybe if I have any problems getting in, if I bring the Emmy, do you think that'll help? When I show up at the gate at Warner Brothers and they're like, we don't have you down. I'm like, what about, do you have this? Do you have this guy? I have an Emmy. Will this get me on the lot? Because this is, I don't think anyone else here has one. It's heavy, by the way. This, I get legit. Hold on. Can you hear that? It's on the desk. Dude, this thing is a serious paperweight. So, just want to show Jeff what it looks like. Jeff, one more time. It's right there. See it? It's like my scepter. Dude, it's like the Toxic Avenger. Only he's got an Emmy. there's times I say to myself with what happens on this channel, how do we not have like 700 million watchers? I don't know. I can't answer it. You guys, you figure it out. Probably because we talk about the dragon in Argentina, the Planet X incoming. These things are not good. The AI does not like that from me. So they go, bury this son of a bitch. So those of you who are watching, just know that you're watching a restricted show because of what we talk about. Hell yeah, what we talk about is way crazier than Joe Rogan. Rogan can't even talk about the stuff we talk about. Can't believe this channel still's up after what I talked about. All right, let's see. Let's watch one more trailer. I feel like just taking a second and reacting. I like watching the trailers. It's easy. It's so easy. Can I just say, guys, I think we've talked about this before. Content that's easy is the best. Okay? Because when this is over, I'm done. It's not even 9 o'clock here in LA, and I will be in my PJs going to bed. Because it's live, I don't have to sit after the show and start editing a bunch of shit. So here's my advice. If you want to start something, just do it live. That way, if it's a disaster, you don't care. It's already over. It's there. It's good or it's bad. You don't have to sit afterwards and go, now I got to edit all this. This is what I said. Listen, every time I do one of these, I want to do it live so I don't have to do any editing. I don't have to add anything. It's just, let's just shoot. It's always, let's just shoot. Okay, let's go back and look at the trailers. You guys can help me. Any suggestions for trailers that I haven't watched, that I haven't seen? Let's go and look. This is the latest from Rotten Tomatoes trailers. I'll make it bigger. You guys can look. Let's see what we have this week. Let me hit videos and see what the latest are. Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. New York Film Critic. Okay, that's got Adam Driver. Maybe Secret Agent is... Oh, it's our boy. I feel like we should watch Secret Agent. Is that... No, it's not. I thought it... Well, I'm sorry. I thought it was Pedro Pascal. The guy looks like him. All right, we watched Begonia the other night. Caught Stealing, hell no. Degrassi? No. Nuremberg? No. Carpenter's Son? No. All of You? The fuck is this? It's got 26,000 views. Oh, Sisu? Oh, dude, the first one was so bad. Oh, I got one. Here we go. Let's watch Is This Thing On? It's the Bradley Cooper directed one. I haven't seen this yet. Here we go. I like Bradley Cooper as a director. Look, over my shoulder is Maestro. It's hard. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Just give me a second. Maestro's back here. Do you guys see it? Let me point. That's Maestro because I like the direction a lot. And I think The Star is Born's here. Okay. So... Bradley Cooper directed films are prominently featured on the FYC Hall of Fame here on MMT. So let's watch and see what he's got now. I know nothing about this thing. Not a single thing. I don't even think he's in it. Is he? Cooper just directed it. All right, let's watch.
Another one?
Yeah, one up.
All right, Alex Novak, downstairs in 2 minutes.
That's me.
Okay, wait, I already it's grounded as hell. I'm already in. Okay, well, is he a comic? I can't tell.
Well, you better head down there then.
Where?
Just straight behind you, down the stairs.
Oh, hey, guess what? Searchlight. We talk about it all the time. Searchlight is money when it comes to awards. You don't fuck with Searchlight. Searchlight will get their films into the Best Picture conversation, even if they're not good. Jojo Rabbit, not a great film. Boom, look. Okay, Searchlight is, whether it's owned by Disney or Fox or whoever, Searchlight has kind of been allowed to operate in their own space. Disney's kind of left it alone because they're doing really good work. They always have. You talk about a Searchlight, you talk about a Focus, you talk about A24, a Neon, now a Mubi. You're talking about the best in indie film, right? And that's what Searchlight is, even if it's Disney owned. So here we go.
Hey, what up, man? How you doing? You see the light? Just get off, all right?
Straight women's experiences.
There you go. Just talk to him. Have fun.
I'm already in because it's a live stand-up. It's kind of what I'm doing here, right? This is kind of like a stand-up thing, if you think about it. I mean, I know sometimes the jokes don't work, but it's just like that. If I just got a mic and started talking in front of a crowd, I'd just start talking about this. Hey, did you guys see the new movie this weekend? It's terrible. I mean, what's he thinking? I would just riff on what's his name, our Weirdo of the Week. I don't know. I could do it. I think I could. I mean, it's a totally different tone than Maestro or Star is Born, obviously, we can tell. Will Arnett, right? He looks different, doesn't he?
Tell a joke.
He looks way different. The hair? Something? Did he get like Botox? Something's throwing me off with him right now.
I think I'm getting a divorce.
I mean, that voice, you can't miss it, right? Lego Batman. He's just got that voice. Bad Guys. Never saw Bad Guys 2.
What tipped me off was that I'm living in an apartment on my own.
I think we can all relate to that. Well, some of us can.
Yeah. And my wife and kids don't live there. That was probably the biggest clue.
Not exactly sure what happened.
Came home from work one day. Someone said, "Is this thing over?" Pretty sure it was her.
I love it. I love a film, right, about reinventing yourself, okay? I talk about this a lot in my life. Go back to when I was doing TV news and I won the Emmy. There it is, right there. When I was doing TV news, and then all of a sudden it fell apart. I don't want to get into it. We'll talk about it another time. It's like a whole nother stream. But either way, when it was over, and I'm glad it's over. It was awful having to read a teleprompter. I don't want to read a teleprompter. But I had to rebuild. I had to say, what am I going to do now? How am I going to change? And that's the key. You know, this is I'm in on this.
Probably should have paid attention. That's what she meant about not paying attention.
Okay, Bradley's going to show up for a couple of scenes.
Relationship is finding somebody you can also be unhappy with. Somebody who has your back. We stopped having each other's backs.
So what? You tell jokes?
Well, I mean, I try. It's more like kind of funny stories from my life. And
oh, honey, I had no idea your life was this bad.
Yeah, what's funny about your life?
This is why she threw you out.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, again, I love the story of a comeback, of reinventing yourself. How can I change and survive in this new world that I have no choice but to do those things? That's cool. So I'm in. I think Cooper has shown to be a very adept director when you look at both Star is Born and Maestro. And a lot of you don't like Maestro as much as me, but I think from a directorial standpoint, from aesthetic, right? Aesthetics for me are very important in film. And even this film, I kind of like that. The shaky cam right up there. That's how style's going to be this time around. Fine, I'm down with that. You know, you look at Lurker, again, guys, I'm going to watch the Lurker trailer again before we leave because I really want you to see this film. But, right, it's the directorial aesthetic is so key to a film. Lurker has that, okay? Hurry Up Tomorrow has it in spades, man. Dudes, I'm telling you, Hurry Up Tomorrow is so underrated from a directorial standpoint. Any director who's out watching tonight, I know we have people who do. I get direct messages from directors that you guys know. So I've watched MMT. You were spot on about X, Y, and Z. Let me tell you something. Go watch Hurry Up Tomorrow. I know you've heard it's bad. As a director, you're going to watch that film and go, oh my God, I want to steal some of this shit, because that dude is so underrated. You go back and look at what Waves, you look at Krisha, you look at he is just hella great. I love him. I had a chance to talk to him at the A24 Christmas party a few years ago, and I fanboyed out after Waves because you've got things. Now, the only thing I'm going to tell him is when you look at Hurry Up Tomorrow, Waves, if you haven't seen Waves, the first half I like way more than the second half. But at the beginning of the film, they're in the car and he's got that 360 camera shot. In Hurry Up Tomorrow, he does it multiple times. It's kind of like when you look at Yorgos and the fisheye. I don't want you to go back to that trick every movie and really do it multiple times. So I would tell you when I go back and I look at Hurry Up Tomorrow, I say maybe one more time because a lot of people didn't see Waves, but I don't want that to be like in every film. I found out how he shot that when I talked to him at the A24 party. I said, how'd you shoot that? Because that's the first question. He said he was crouched down in the back of the SUV and he had this like rig that he could turn it, right, and get that 360 all the way around the car. And watch Hurry Up Tomorrow. You'll see two of them. I believe there's at least two in that film. I'm just thrilled that I got to see Hurry Up Tomorrow in Prime because that's a film that really is beneficial to witness on a massive, loud screen. If you watch that at home, you're just not going to get the same experience. It looks fire. It's one of the best directed films of the year. Hurry Up Tomorrow. No question about it. None. All right. Let's watch the Lurker, and I'll find one more thing to watch. Let's watch the Lurker. Guys, I love Lurker. I'm going to talk about it quickly. Let's watch the quick trailer, and I can just give you tell you why the film's great, because it's one of these that I want you to see. So I want to talk about it again. Let's watch. It's only a minute. It's perfect. Okay, here we go. This is from Mubi. It's out now. It's coming to your city probably this week is when you need to start looking for Lurker.
When I met you, it felt like it was supposed to happen.
Dude, I feel exactly the same way. But I think that you don't have to do all of this weird shit to hang with us.
Oh, right. This scene's so good.
We could go back to being friends. That's all I want.
But you took that from me? I can't let that happen again.
Everyone around you, we all want the same thing. I just want it more.
Changed my life. That's all I ever wanted.
You just follow my lead. Can you start again, please?
Guys, you gotta see it. You gotta see Lurker. One of the best of the year. Direction, screenplay, performances. The kid who is the Lurker, who's the Stan, obsessed with the star. God, he's great. He's great. I can't wait for him to do more things and bigger things. But that's no excuse not to include him in the awards conversation. There's no reason that he should not be. Go back and look at my evaluation from last Thursday. You can watch the entire thing. We discuss all of this, but this is a film that is in our top 5 easy of 2025. And when this comes to your town, it's Mubi. Get out, support it. Okay, let's do the comment blast closeout here tonight on this Sunday night. I get to as many comments as possible. If I didn't get to one, hit me. I will put the music back on from tonight. Let me hit this. Let me put it. It's Shannon's Let the Music Play. Of course, you know this. If you're from the 80s, you damn well know. This is the dub. So as I read comments, just so you know, I used to be a DJ. This is the version that you play if you want no vocals. You notice you've got the keyboard intro. You're going to start layering in the drum, and then you can mix in and out of the song, right? As I told you guys. When DJ Webslinger was in the mix in Columbus, Ohio, I was like, you have one, so you have one earphone here, and you've got the record down here, and you're trying to match what you hear in the ear to what's coming over the actual PA, so that when the seamless, you're going from one to the other, it flows. There's a breakdown right there. Talk about Ohio State. What a game, right? Oh, how about my Buckeyes, guys? They look great, but defensively, you've got Patricia in there. I know you're a huge fan. I know Patriots. Gone Girl's a huge Patriots guy. Ohio State, I'm thinking about going back for another game. I went back last year to see them play Iowa. Lame game, but to be in the horseshoe again, way back from when I was in college, and I was DJ Webslinger. I rewatched The Master, as good as Joaquin is in Joker. Listen, Kuzma, I've talked about this how many times? My favorite PTA is The Master. I saw that film in 70mm in Boston. I remember it. I remember the shots of the boat. Like, right, there's certain things that are just like burned into your soul, and shots from The Master in 70mm in that screen upstairs to the left. I don't know if it's the one where that guy was beaten up, but it's one of my favorite screens. I love Dolby here in Burbank, but you know, Boston was where I really got into cinema and started to see everything. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Saw Jaws. That's right. Listen, Jaws was the number 2 film this weekend with 8 million. It doesn't speak well to smaller films like Caught Stealing the Roses, which ended up not even beating Jaws. But yeah, studios should look into it, because right now it's dead zone. You need to have product. That's why you had Netflix putting that K-pop thing in theaters last weekend. AMC said no, because I guarantee Netflix said we want all the money. They wanted like the majority of the cash. You know, the split was inequitable, so they said forget it. But yes, I would agree. The more cool old films we can get in theaters, the better. Chris Stuckman should invite you to the premiere. All Elite, I don't know if he wants that. Because if I don't like it, I'm going to come out and say it's awful. So that makes it not good. It makes it very uncomfortable. So if I go to see the PTA film and I really don't like it, I'm going to have to get off the Warner Brothers lot. Because if I say it on the lot, they might try to arrest me. And I don't want to be arrested at Warner Brothers and thrown into Warner Brothers jail. Like, I don't even know how you bond out. Do you need one of the Looney Tunes characters to help? Like, I feel like I'm living like Space Jam if that happens. I'm like, this is awful. Security, where are you? Where's Find Weber? And I'm running around Warner Brothers like Seth Rogen in the studio because they shoot it there. Like that Muppets meme, right? What's his name? That's me running around going, help, help, help. They're coming after me. So no, that's not going to happen, Aldi. But I do have an Emmy. Woo! But MMT live from jail. That I would. You know what? You know what I might do? I don't know if I can. I wonder if I can like live stream on the Warner Brothers lot as I walk around. I have a feeling I'd get in trouble. But that'd be fun. Like, here I am at the gate. I'm walking into the theater. And you guys would love that. Just because it's fun to be, like, on the lot. Look, I'm breaking. I might do it. And then don't tell Warner Brothers, though. If you tell Warner Brothers, they won't let me. I won't even get in. I won't do it. Warner Brothers, I won't. Now I'm not going. Now I'm not going to be able to go. Because I just said I will literally broadcast from the studio. But that would probably win me another Emmy, wouldn't it? The Toxic Avenger. This is the movie, right? It's a green glowing cutting people up. Missed opportunity, not reaching Tron Legacy. I agree. I think that's why don't they? Even for like a night or two. You saw that with Dune before Dune 2. Why not do that? Why not? Okay, when this song's over, it's over. We're in the. I think it's still going. It's a dub. It's like 6 minutes. But when this is over, it's over. There's no more MMT tonight, and I'm taking the rest of the week off until Thursday, unless something insane. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. For those who missed it last Monday, Batman. Oh, that's right. Oh, it is tomorrow. I don't. You know the thing is though, Mount Fillmore. I can't sit through 2 movies, man. I just can't. I'm not built like that anymore. I don't know if I ever was. I like to watch a movie and go do something else. So maybe I'd go watch Batman and then leave. I don't think I'd watch Batman because I just don't want to watch 2 movies. It's impossible for me. 4 movies? Forget it. I don't know how these people at the festivals do it. There's no way to do it. You're going to hate going to movies. I don't want to hate. Like last night when I was watching the Toxic Avenger, I was like, I don't even want to be here. That's not good. The bail from WB's, you have to give good reviews to future James Gunn. Oh my God. Holy shit. What if James Gunn's in the audience? That'll be really awkward, some of the things I've said about James Gunn. That's the problem is, like, I've said things that are not cool. I mean, you know, it's whatever. So, but who cares? If I don't go, I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't. Honestly, I don't care. But if I get there and they're like, you can't come in, I'll be like, that's fine. I don't care. I'll go home. I don't need to see this. All right. Our song's just about over. Thanks for being here on this Sunday night. There's the last breakdown. One more time, Shannon. Let the music play, baby. We are out of here on this Sunday. I'll see you back here Thursday for whatever opens. I have no idea what's even opening on Thursday. No clue. Just before I leave, just hold on. So I have some idea. The last thing we're doing, let me make sure the Emmy's in view. All right, let's find out what's playing this Thursday and what I'm going to pick for my movie. Let's quickly pick our Thursday night evaluation, everybody. Let's go here. Let me get rid of this. Let me pull this up. All right, here we go. Let's go to AMC, see a movie. Let's find out what's coming. I don't want to order. No, I don't want to order my concessions for Thursday. Showtimes. Okay, here we go. Let's just go to the 16. Let's go to Thursday. And here we go. This is our choice for tonight. If there's an option of 2, you can come into the comments and tell me what I should see. We already said Caught Stealing. Don't want to see the roses. I'm skipping that. Light of the World. I don't know what that is. Is it an anime film? Okay. Anyhow, there's that. Hamilton. 3 hours? No chance. I'm not watching Hamilton. Not going to see it. That's out. Oh, I already know. Forget it. It's Conjuring. I'm not excited to see it, but it's Conjuring Last Rites. That's Thursday night. It's the biggest film. 2 hours and 15 minutes? What the hell, man? Why you got to make it so long? Oh, this is going to be bad. Hold on. Let me get out of that. You can see better. 2 hours and 15 minutes? Oh, hell no. Dudes, this is going to be shit. I don't want to watch this. I'll do it, but I'm not going to be happy. Thursday night's going to be I'm going to be cantankerous. Ooh, I heard Twinless is good. I'll do Twinless next Sunday because I have to do Conjuring. So Thursday will be Conjuring, all 2 hours and 15 minutes. We'll do Twinless next Sunday, and maybe I'll try to catch the threesome. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, Conjuring Thursday. Thanks for being here. Peace out. See you next time. Thanks for being here. Live from City of Angels.